All right, people. Welcome to another episode of Straight Red. You got your boy here, O Guns. You got your boy here, Silent K, Bells, and Dills. Full team, full squad back together. The Devontae's dropped out for Christmas. Had too much turkey. So here for another episode. You know what I mean? But it's good. It's good. He's well. So here for another episode to discuss a few things and a few topics on our mind as usual. So we're gonna get straight into it. I'm looking a bit rough because of tier 4, but let's not even go there.
Listen, man, I had to shout my barber today to try and get a quick one still, but
doesn't want that fine. All right, then. So we're gonna hop into it now. First one, are United title contenders? Now, obviously, there's someone here who's got a T-shirt on for a certain club, or a shirt on for a certain club.
Listen,
Lion King. So we're gonna start. We're gonna start with Silent K. Obviously, United over the past few days have had some very good results, and they nicked a very good result against Wolves. So, what are you thinking now? You in amongst there?
Do you know what? The other day,
I'll just say yes, man. Come on, man.
Look.
No,
you know what I mean?
No, we got to
trying to be modest.
No, we got to be realistic. Personally, you got to be realistic. Yeah. So, first thing, mathematically, of course, we're in it. Yeah. As it stands, as of today, mathematically, Man United have a game in hand. If we win the game, we go level on points. That's one way of looking at it. I said it the other day to some other United fans. I said, this guy, Ollie, better not try to get United fans excited, yeah? Because some of us can still see what's going on. So I still have some concerns about when we play against teams that sit back. I said it the other day. And even this Wolves game, it was the same thing again. Wolves came low block again. We're trying to hit us on the counter using Traore and some of their pacey players, Neto and stuff like that. However, one of the big changes over the last couple of days has been Eric Bailly coming back to fitness. Yeah, Eric Bailly has complemented Harry Maguire at the back, and where before when Man United push forward and then get hit on the break, Bailly's pace has kind of made up for it. Now, long term, we all know that Bailly, he's not going to sustain between now and the end of the season. We know he's going to break down and get injured. And it's things like that that make me a bit worried about whether we can sustain a challenge, because after Bailly, it would go back to Lindelof and Maguire. And then when you have Lindelof and Maguire, the team naturally, I don't know, that's when...
drops back.
Yeah, the coach then go back to Fred and McTominay to protect Maguire and Lindelof. And then the creativity is then lacking, especially when we play against them low block teams. So I don't want to get carried away.
Hold on. So question then is, if Bailly stays fit, do you think you win the league?
If Bailly stays fit, I think we have a chance of being up there for sure. No doubt about it.
But if he doesn't, so what happens if he doesn't stay fit?
Well, this is where the January transfer window is important, isn't it? We have to see if I think he's key to it. He's a very, very key player, because it all starts from the back, innit? The confidence starts from the back, from the key part of your defense. For us, and I would think most United fans watching this, they know that Lindelof and Maguire is not a title-winning defense, not at all. Yeah, but we do feel more confident seeing Bailly and Maguire simply because of the speed. And Bailly's a good football player anyway. He's a bit rash at times, but he complements Maguire, and it just gives more confidence to the rest of the team, you know. So, and then the way we will set up moving forward, so going into the midfield with Pogba and whoever, and Bruno and whoever, it just gives more confidence from the back. So anyway, what my point is that for me as a United fan, are we in the title race? Mathematically, yes, but I'm not getting too excited because I still need to see how we are. We need to improve against low block teams. I just want to see how we do moving forward.
Okay. What are you not thinking, Bells? What are you thinking? Well, Bells, it's more from you. And obviously, your result yesterday wasn't great, but you're the leaders at the moment.
We've had some poor results. I think you've got to include them. I think you have to, especially where the season's going. Nobody's really running away with it. No one's really looking formidable. Do you understand? And United, for me, they're picking up the results. Whether they play well or whether they don't play well, they've been picking up results. I think Cavani has been a decent signing for them because he looks dangerous. I think he obviously knows where the goal is. His goal record speaks for itself. I agree with Silent K that them
Hold
having.
on a second.
Yeah.
When's Cavani's ban?
It's not come through yet, has it?
Not come through. It should be coming through in a few
What are you
weeks.
waiting for, bro?
It's not come through
It'll
yet.
be coming through soon. Still, it'll be coming through soon.
Waiting for this game to get all the big games out the way, bro. We're gonna ban him for like West Brom and
Pretty
you know
much.
what I mean?
Probably after the Liverpool game, the suspension will start from then.
I
like.
swear, Dan, they'll give him a chance to
Don't even say that. Don't
to
even talk
appeal or
about
something like that to
Like,
get
you know
Liverpool.
what?
Man scored the winner.
I don't even think the Liverpool game, for me, Cavani is going to be more effective against a low block.
Yeah, that probably makes sense. And I know what you mean.
Yeah, so for me, like, if Cavani was bad for Liverpool, but we had Martial and Rashford or whoever, I'd probably feel more confidence because I know Liverpool will push up. So you have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sorry, go on, Dels.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, like, at the start of the season, you know me, bro. I hate United and Arsenal. They're two teams. I just think that they're shit. Like, I just write them off from the start. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? And I don't rate Oli either. But I have to admit, right now, I'm looking at the way that United's playing, and I'm just thinking they're grinding results. You know, they're playing poor and they're winning. And like, for me, the Wolves game, that was a very good result. For the first time this season, I've put my hands up and I've said, you know what? I've normally got something to say, but I'm not going to say nothing. They grinded it out. Wolves literally came there to just shut up shop. And United managed to find a way to breach. They were knocking. It just didn't look like it was going to happen. They found a way to breach. We lost that game a couple of weeks ago, 2-1. So already there's 3 points there gained, and we was 1-0 up as well, and we lost from a winning position. So for me, I feel like these are the kind of games that when you're playing like this, if you can nick the win, if you can nick the result here, you're only really going to get confident. You're only really going to get better. You're only really going to pick up form. And boy, I'm looking at the table and I'm thinking they got a game in hand. Like, if they win that game in hand, they're tied of Liverpool. The only team that's really in and around, I'd probably say Man City. Man City's got 2 games in hand. If they win their 2 games in hand, they go 1 point behind Liverpool. That's when I feel like the pressure's on. But yeah, right now, you have to say United's in the title race, especially the way they're playing. I can't see when the next loss is going to come at the moment in the league when it comes to a United game, because the way they're playing, they're not really losing games. They're not really losing games. So I have to call it.
I think pretty good.
I think for me, the Liverpool game, it's obviously going to be a key fixture at the moment with how the table looks, because we are the first and second place team. I think both of us have got a game before them, 1 or 2 games before them. So before then, things could still potentially change in terms of the positions.
Yeah.
But for me, I agree with what Silent K said. I think Eric Bailly coming back into the team is a plus for United. He's aggressive. He's strong. He can be a bit rash. But for me, I think he's better than Lindelof. Fit, both players fit. I'm picking Bailly in the team. Also, Pogba, he's not pulling up trees, but he seems to be playing all right at the moment. He's not too bad. But the key factor is Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
I don't like to wish injury on players, but injury, I'm not going to lie.
He's fucking annoying, bro.
We need someone needs to do something.
You know what? Just going back to what Dill said about the Wolves win, yeah? Because for me, it's the mentality in it. So it's like, I tell you what's so funny. Just before Marcus Rashford scored, yeah, I was cussing the team and the mentality. Yeah, I was literally cussing them. I was actually a voice note to another group cussing the mentality, because whenever you get like in terms of in recent years anyway, whether it's been trying to fight for the top 4 or whatever, whenever a team slips up and United have the opportunity to capitalize, they always bottle it. Like, we've been bottling it. And as I was slagging it off, Rashford scored the winner. And then I thought, this is different. You understand? Because United haven't ever capitalized on when teams slip up above them in the last 4 years. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I don't know. Maybe the mentality has changed. And you reference Bruno. Bruno's come in with a different kind of mindset. And he's come in like, listen, I'm here to win trophies. If United don't win trophies, I guess in the next year or two, he can end up being another Pogba with other teams looking to come and take him and go. So he's obviously raising the kind of the mindset of the team, and everybody seems to be getting on the same page. But let's see how it goes, isn't it? There's still a lot more games to go. It's very early to say. That's what I think anyway.
I think for me, okay, well, one thing I'd say about the Wolves result, obviously, it's we were away, so obviously does slightly play into things, and United was at home. It was a good result for United. Wolves didn't have that many chances, but I think what's his name, Saiss, that defender, he had a few, boy. He had a good 2 or 3 goals, and he probably should have scored one of them. But yeah, at the end of the day, United got the result. I think, to be honest, the real thing with United is when I watch them pressing, like with Fernandes leading the way a lot of the times with the press, they're just so quick as a team. And it's just so much interplay, and it's just so quick, and it just causes carnage for other teams. But I still do think, and they're so quick that, let's put it this way, if I was a Premier League striker, anyone knows I'm just going to attack Maguire. Like, he's the weak link, really. But they're so quick that you don't even really get a chance to, because you're too busy worrying about defending. And I think that's something which Liverpool obviously has as well, in terms of, the attacks just all over you. Then you've got the fullbacks running at you. There's just so much going on that you can't even think about,
you can't
focusing on the weak link. That's it, yeah.
You can't
so
even
it's just 90 minutes of pressure. So I think that's a good thing for United. I think, to be honest, I think Fernandes is key, but I think Man United, if they lost Rashford, I think Man United would be in a lot of trouble, I think Rashford,
he's a big game player.
His runs, his shooting, his interplay, it's just annoying. He's always there as well. So I think if United lost Rashford, they'd be in big trouble.
I mean, I'll be honest with that. Sorry to cut you, but like, I feel like Rashford adds to it. But if you take Bruno out of that team and you have the same set and you put, I don't know, Pogba there instead, McTominay, whoever you want to throw in there, I don't think it's gonna be as. I'm not gonna lie. Fernandes is literally that puzzle. You need that creative mindset in the midfield that is just always. To be honest with you, when I'm watching Bruno in games, he actually does a lot of misplaced passes, and a lot of times he tries something and it doesn't always pull off.
Yeah, but you need that.
There'll be one moment in the 85th minute where he sees a thing, pings it forward, boom, Rashford on the ball, gets a goal, and it's just like, I just feel like with Fernandes not in that team, I feel like there will be that little bit missing between the attacking and the defending. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I agree.
Missing that.
I agree, but my only thing is to say to you is this instead: if Rashford's not in the team, out of the attackers, who's going to be scoring the goals? Because realistically, Martial's got like 2. Yeah. Greenwood, he's done nothing this season. Let's be realistic. Yeah. So apart from maybe Cavani, who's, let's put it this way, he's 33, he's not going to start every game, then they've got a problem. Like, unless Fernandes is also going to be scoring the goals, I think United has a problem. That's the only reason why I said it, to be honest. Like, I get what you mean, and I agree. Like, there is no real replacement for Fernandes, but I still think they could go maybe, let's put it this way, if Rashford drops out, there's a problem. Because even, I think, there was a shot that Martial took. I think Pogba laid it off for him, and it just went wayward against Wolves. And I was just like, wow, like, what is going on here? Like, he's so like, without Rashford, they got a really, obviously same for Fernandes, but I think without Rashford, they got a really big problem. Because he's probably top goal scorer, right?
Yeah, I think is he top scorer? I think he's top scorer this season for us. But also with Rashford, the thing is he's actually playing with an injury. Because he's got you remember, I think he dislocated his shoulder and he's been playing with it. And then I don't know if you guys might not have seen it, but against Leicester, there was a bit where the ball was going out for a throw-in, and then Harvey Barnes,
and on the sidelines,
Harvey Barnes pulled his arm, the arm that's
and it was like
went down, and that's when we was thinking, damn, he's out, but he was able to carry on. So he's kind of playing with an injury in his arm, so that could potentially happen. That could potentially. It's fine margins, isn't it?
I still think with with Greenwood, Cavani, I still feel like that firepower is kind of there. With Greenwood, the only reason why I feel like he's lost form is because A, he's been dropped. 2, I feel like since the situation with the England, like what happened with England, he's not really been the same since. And I don't really think Ollie's managed that situation well, because I just feel like Pep just kind of when that happened, Pep just kind of threw Foden back in the firing line and just kind of like, cracked on. Don't worry about that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You do your job for us, keep playing. Whereas Ollie kind of done that, sat him down, take time out, watch the professionals. Look, and I feel like on top of like what was going on in the media side, I don't really feel like that kind of helped him, because that's kind of set him back a bit now, like confidence wise. Even when he's on the pitch now, it's almost like he's got to kind of prove himself again, where he was kind of at the stage where he was like in that front three, like boom, banging goals, licking goals. He come back the other day, he even scored a goal. We ain't seen him again since. And I just feel like that's kind of a hindrance. But they've got cover for if Rashford like gets injured. That's what I personally feel. So that's why I'm looking at it like, boy.
I might have to disagree with that one, boy.
I do agree with Ogans. Rashford is key.
James, and who's it? James.
He's key. Rashford is key. When you look at a lot of their attacking players,
Daniel James,
yeah.
James,
you can't count Daniel James. He's
you don't want to be bringing on. You don't have to allow that guy to get you a goal late on.
I think he'd be good at back of Leeds, I think he'd be alright at Leeds.
Lie, bro.
If Leeds could secure that loan move, I think like
he probably could. He probably could be, but that's probably because they make like 90 chances.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
And he scored 2 out of them.
Aren't United going to push through with that deal for that young player they bought in January? That Diallo from Atalanta?
He's coming in January, but I don't think he's like ready like that. Do you know what I mean? He's just like one of them hot prospects in Europe, innit? So he'll probably just come in and just ease his way into the reserves or whatever. I don't expect.
Is he 13 for Atlanta?
He's part of the first team. So he does bare sub appearances, but he's not really like first team. Do you know what I mean? So
like on the fringes.
Yeah. So like I think it's just kind of a development thing, and just protect the player, let him develop and come through, innit? But no, you raise a good point, innit? If Rashford's out, because the thing about Rashford, he's actually a big game player as well. So so when you're talking about a Liverpool, like I fully could see Rashford turning up for a Liverpool game. Do you know what I mean?
Last year, didn't he?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So he's actually one of our only players who really turn up in the big games. He scores all the time. So,
always scores past us, Rashford.
I think Rashford turned up in the game before last season as well, innit? Where he turned Trent.
Yeah. So
I
think mentality, because at the end of the day, we're talking about mentality, bro. It's all mentality. So mentality-wise, no Rashford is a problem. Mentality-wise, even goal-wise, but just even mentality-wise. And like you man just said, take out Bruno and Rashford, the team's poor, bro. So
do you know what it is though? Yeah, like that, like call it a hater or whatever, but there's that little bit in me that just says, this is the same guy that literally only needed 2 points from 2 games and still managed to end up in Europa. Like for me, I feel like there's still that possibility that United could slip up badly and mess up badly.
I agree.
18 games, bro. It's not even a slip, bro.
It's hard to say when that's going to come.
But I agree. But listen to what you just said about the 2 points thing. But then I'm also referencing this particular Wolves win was kind of a change, because Man United don't ever take advantage of a slip up. Take advantage of a slip up. So this is why
there's 23 games left. To be honest, with 23 games to go, if United bottled it, it's not even a bottling because it's 23 games. It's too long to go, bro.
Too long,
Like, way too long, bro. Way too long. You got Carling Cup, or Carabao, whatever you want to call it. You got FA Cup. You got Europa for some and Champions League for all of us, man. Not Man United. So, there's still a lot to go.
Europa's tough.
You know what?
That's Thursday, bro. That's Thursday and then weekend.
Thursdays away to them.
They're minded town. They're minded town.
You're playing over there.
COVID is mashing up this season already, bro.
Yeah, that's true. We don't know. To try and take our Man City game off, bro. because we needed the rest, bro. We needed to
Hey,
get that one out.
listen, when I heard Man City was back in trade, I was like, wow.
How, bro?
Rest,
2
man.
weeks.
Like, hopefully De Bruyne's got COVID, Sterling's got COVID, hopefully Walker's still got it, hopefully couple man still got
He
the
needs to have a
COVID.
party,
man.
fam. Walker needs to have a party. He needs to have
This
one of them parties, bro. Get some man infected, bro. We
Right,
still
the
want to
squad.
do that. All right. So we're gonna move on now. We're gonna talk about. I got a few messages over the weekend, so I kind of want to address those. But also, I know Jules has some stuff that he wants to say, and obviously, Bells and Silent K, you can chime in what you feel relevant. So, to the Arsenal fan base, I'm gonna say this: whenever Chelsea beats Arsenal, I don't send messages to anyone because it's expected. Now, I got messages on the weekend from people I haven't seen in 12 years, bruv. Like, saying to me, people I haven't seen in 12 years saying to me, look at us, blah, blah. I got a message saying, we're 9 points behind you. No, we're 8 points behind you. And then when we drew and then Arsenal won against Brighton, I got another message saying that it's only 6. I'm like, big man, like, you're moving like a Tottenham fan, bro. Why are you so worried about where we're finishing, bro? You're supposed to be trying to win the league. So I'm going to say this. Yeah, we took an L against Arsenal. And that shows where you are as a club, that you're that happy about just one victory. It's poor. Switch up your mentality.
It's poor.
Switch up your mentality. You got the 3 points, but switch up your mentality.
The Thomas Party videos will come back out. I see troops and all of that on Insta and that saying, how's your Boxing Day, Chelsea fans? I'm like, what? This is the same guy as fucking American going ape shit. Like, I'm like, what?
Man, they just basically got out of barely just got out of a relegation battle. Now they're basically what? Where are they? 15th?
They're 14th. They're 14th, bro.
They beat Brighton yesterday.
Bro. Right,
not being funny, but they beat us.
No,
and they still ended up 15th at the end of that game week. So it was a bit.
We missed the pen. There was some. We missed the pen. Their pen was dubious, and that Saka goal was a next type of unforeseen, fluky, lucky intervention, bruv. So, and I'm not taking it. Obviously, Arsenal won. Arsenal probably deserved the win.
Did you guys see after the game? Somebody asked him if he meant it. He tried to say, "Of course," or something like that.
Yeah, Tammy in it.
Abraham should have slapped him.
Went up to him saying, "You never meant that."
Oh, Saka.
Yeah, Abraham
should have slapped him, bro.
Never meant that.
The lie was powerful.
Because I'm sure it was his right foot, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think so.
What do you even meant it? Nah, man, just stop, bro. Take the goal, that's fine, but like, nah, just stop. You're not Ronaldinho, bro. Behave yourself, man. Like, you're not there.
I mean, we're wrong. They're 13th.
Yeah, they're 13th.
Okay, they're 8th, yeah. That's all the same,
innit?
It's all the same, innit? Like, the same.
When you got to scroll down the screen.
You know what, yeah? They're only 6 points behind Chelsea, you know?
Yeah, that's what the guy said to me. Good for them. We're not top of the table, though. We're not top of the table. Even if Arsenal got those 6 points, where's Chelsea right now? Well, I don't look at the table. Where are we at?
We're sixth.
Okay, so Arsenal becomes 6th. What does that do? Get them Europa again? That's not an achievement, bro. Like, I didn't understand the comment. I was like, okay, like, we're not top. Man saying it like
they'll win FA Cup or something, finish 13th, and that's a great season for them. They've won the FA Cup 13th. They beat Chelsea. That's a good season for Arsenal.
No. They're not getting FA Cup again. They're not getting FA Cup.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Let's put Saka can be as good as he likes. He's not Aubameyang, bro. Aubameyang is moving on dust at the moment, bro. He's feeding off scraps, fam.
Listen,
he's panicking.
Ever since he signed the ting, remember they said it? He signed the ting, yeah?
It's been over.
He's been missing, bro.
He's been comfy. He's got his multicolored Lambo. He's good.
And he missed a good few chances against someone. Was it Brighton? I think he missed a good few chances against Brighton.
He missed better chances. I mean, think about it. They took Aubameyang out the team for Chelsea. They managed to get 3 goals. They put him back in the team. They've only managed to score 1 against Brighton.
And Brighton, bro. The thing with Brighton is, I think even when we played them and when United played them, and I might maybe even Liverpool, quote me wrong, they get bare chances, but they can't hit the target, bro. Fam, they're all hitting posts and woodworks and crossbars. They're licking up the goal, but they just do not put in the net. Even against Arsenal, shocking some of the misses, bro.
Right, I need a killer up front, mate. Trust me.
Bro, they should have played Wolves, bro.
I mean,
I think Aubameyang's been talking to Ozil.
I don't think he played much.
To address the result, because man does need to address it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was fuming on the weekend, innit? Like I was fuming, innit? Like I'm not even gonna lie, I wanted to even do a solo video as well, but I know I was running on emotion. So I know I wouldn't have meant half the stuff that like I was actually saying, innit? Do you know what I'm trying to say? But I still think like our mentality at the moment, I just think like the form that Arsenal's in right now, we should have never ever lost that day. Even playing bad, even playing at our worst, we should have never ever lost that game. Like the fact that we lost that game, Arsenal was basically playing youngsters. You know, one of them games where it's like, okay, we know we've lost, we're just gonna just try something here. Let me just let some of the young boys go and get a little run out. And they was running us ragged, bro. Like they was actually putting it on us, fam. Like we couldn't really get passes together. We couldn't get a rhythm going. I was looking, thinking, this is against the Arsenal youth side. This is a team that Arsenal fielded in a League Cup, like, or in the FA Cup third round, like the early stages and that. And we're struggling.
They're Europa team. That's the team they play.
That's their Europa team, blood. And I'm thinking,
yeah, but you know what it is? I think it's a combination of a few things. It's something which I've said in the past actually about Oli, and I probably haven't said it here, so I'm going to say it for the first time here. But I think what benefited Arsenal, what detracted from Chelsea, and what to some extent is benefiting Man United at the moment is that, okay, maybe Arteta did it by accident or whatever, but you know when you got certain players that are big name players, and because they're big name, you kind of have to play them. It's happened in the past when Chelsea had to play Shevchenko, and he wasn't really performing. Chelsea was happening in the moment with Werner and some of the other players that aren't performing. And maybe Man United fans are going to get onto me about this, but Oli, in essence, he's taken a decision that he doesn't necessarily have to start Pogba, and the team seems to be a bit more fluid because of it, and it seems to be working for them. It seems as if Lampard's bottled it to some degree of taking some of the big names out. Obviously, he took out Werner recently, but he's bottled it and taking some of the big names out. While Arteta, kind of, whether you say it's because Aubameyang was injured or whatever, he made the decision to play certain players that fit in their positions. Even if they're not all stars, the players all fit in their positions because they fit in their positions. Sometimes it works, bruv. You know, so, and I think that's probably another thing that played out on that day as well. He actually just played people in the right position. Sometimes that's all you really need to do.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we took it L, bruv.
Yeah, we took it L. I just think like I think our issue at the moment is like we're lacking creativity in the attack.
Oh, we're shocking, bruv. It's so slow with football, bruv.
I just feel like there's nothing there. Lamps as well. I feel like he needs to get the formula right, innit? He's fixated on this. He's fixated on this pace down the flanks, and I think he's been chasing that from last season. And I feel like at the moment it's hindering our attack because, for instance, he keeps playing Werner on the left. Now, the only reason why I can think, because you didn't buy Werner for a winger. You didn't buy him to play as a winger. Like, everybody knew that. When we signed Werner, we wasn't looking at Werner as, he's going to come in and, destroy the flanks. No one was looking at him like that. So you brought him in basically as a striker, innit? Because you didn't feel Tammy and Giroud was enough, but basically. Why are you playing him out on the left and you're sitting mans like Hudson-Odoi down? You're sitting, we've got wingers that can come in the team. We've got mans that can come in the team and play the wide role, but you're sitting him down because you're fixated on this pace. That's the only thing I can think. He's not scoring goals.
Yeah, but the wingers are up wingers are quick anyway in general.
He's got a centre back and a wing back and a full back on him. He's not getting no time on the ball. Werner's never ever been that player that we say, even from last season at Leipzig. When we look at his goals, when we look at his highlight reels, he's never been a man that's taken on two man from the side and then gone in and scored the goal.
Hold on.
No, he's never been that.
Do you think, because obviously I think we're going around this, we've had this discussion, innit? Do you think that's why he's been played on the left? I don't think that's why he's played on the left,
it's definitely
he's playing him on the left because he wants to. I don't think it's to get pace. I don't think it's the pace.
It's not just the pace.
I think he wants to play a big striker. I think it's either one of two things. One, he wants to play a big striker because technically, when Havertz doesn't play as well, we're actually quite short as a team.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing. Or two, he's just bottled it, and he's bottled it in terms of he wants to play Giroud or Tammy Abraham, and because of that, he has to play out wide or he can't play. And this is, I think it's one of the two. Because at the end of the day, Pulisic is not blistering quick, but he's not slow. And Hudson-Odoi is quick, but he doesn't play him anyway. So it's a bit like.
You know what? I think it's a thing. I still think it's this running in behind thing, bro. I think that as a number 9, as a straight up number 9 in the Prem, if Chelsea are playing against low block teams, which more time they would, because Chelsea expected to dominate the game, Warner struggles in that role, bruv. This is why he's trying to force him in the team to play him out wide or whatever, to try and try to get him on the ball. But I think when he's the number 9, he's kind of struggling, because they're playing against low block teams. I think that's the only reason he's out wide. And what you just said about the bottling thing, yeah. Listen to what you just said about the Arteta with Arsenal and getting the right players to play in the right formation or whatever, the right position, and that's why it worked for them. I think maybe Lampard needs to kind of take a leaf out of Arteta.
Oh, he definitely does.
Yeah,
maybe not Arteta, bro. You should use some common sense.
Yeah,
listen, with the Werner thing, my whole thing is at the end of the day, like, I know what you're saying about the low block. It does make it difficult for him to run in behind, but fam, you need to just get used to it, big man. Like, we knew teams would do this against us anyway. So realistically,
I don't think it's to run in behind, because why would you play 2 strikers in a 3-man in a front 3? Why would you play 2 centre forwards in the front 3?
No, but he's trying to get him in the team.
Yeah, exactly. He has to put him in somewhere, basically.
The thing is I don't understand that logic though, because we had Giroud and Tammy last season. So why go and buy Werner? If you're going to stick with Giroud and the Tammy formula, then why go and sign? I don't understand why go and sign Werner.
No, you're right. You're right.
Wasn't there question marks over Giroud's future at Chelsea?
Exactly.
As well,
I think that's the thing. I think obviously Giroud's 33, 34. I think realistically this season Giroud will leave. I think Giroud will leave this season.
So he might even give him Dan. Atletico want him, innit? They want him as a cost.
Nah, they can't have him, fam. They can't have him. So especially for World Cup, fam, they can't have him, fam. So the thing where
I've got another thing, but don't you think it could be, just a lack of scouting properly?
I don't think that was a bad. Nah, fam. I disagree.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. So
no. He means we didn't check out where he should be playing. Basically, is that what you mean, Sean?
Yeah, because if
but how can he not know that? Listen, I agree with you, but how can he not know that, bro? Like any dog could go on YouTube and clock, fam.
We all know. If we all know, the scouts.
No, that's poor. I disagree, fam. I think it's too poor, fam. I think that's too poor. I think realistically, you shouldn't. Go on. Sorry. I was going to say something.
Do you think this could be a case of Lampard wanting an additional goal threat on the pitch? Do you think?
Our wingers are goal threats, bruv. Nah, it's not good enough, fam. That's not good enough. If that's his reason, then listen, big man. It's been about a big few games. You need to
remember.
You need to start looking in the mirror.
There's not really no such thing as a winger no more in football. There's no such thing as wingers are being phased out. You need to be. It's like
I know what you mean.
It's like a wide forward.
I know what you mean.
Wingers now. People like Salah, Mane,
Neymar.
them man are setting the precedent. You know what I mean? Your wingers are getting 50. Your quote unquote wingers or wide forwards. Teams want them to be hitting 10 to 15 a season. No one cares about. Go on.
Them man are skippers though. Them man will skip past mans and dubs, man, bro. Them man have got Mane's turns. You'll dislocate a jaw, bro. Like some of the turns Mane's got.
But Werner's quick as well, you know.
No, he's quick. We ain't got them chops, brother.
He got the ability to beat a man, though. He can't drop
a shoulder.
He can't lie.
So he even be in the middle. Nah, he's not like Mane, bro. He's not like Mane, bro. He's got an engine and he can run, but he's not like Mane, bro. He ain't got them turns.
In your Chelsea front 3, is right now is Werner starting in your first front 3?
Starts for me. Tammy Giroud, take a seat. Pulisic, Hudson, and Werner. Pulisic, Hudson, Werner. Or Pulisic, Ziyech, Werner, whoever's fit. Ziyech is fit, he has to be in the team. Ziyech has to be in the team if Ziyech is fit. And it has to be Ziyech, Werner, and then Pulisic or Hudson, depends, really.
How many games is... Sorry, go on, Kaz, sorry.
I was going to say, the thing with Pulisic is like he's got that hamstring issue in it, so we can't really play him game in, game out, realistically, in it. So, I mean, yeah.
How many games has Werner played through the centre?
Not a
this
lot.
Season. Has he played through the centre this season?
I think he played against you lot, maybe, and there was another game. He won penalties.
He
won a penalty against Brighton, and he won a penalty against Liverpool.
Southampton game when he scored. And he scored, and look how he was playing in the Southampton game.
Man, he scored 2, didn't he? He scored 2, didn't he?
Defense couldn't handle it. You would think the keeper and the defense couldn't handle that little burst of pace.
No, but
and I feel like Lamps.
Southampton, what did they do, bruv?
Yeah, but that's because we bottled it. That's our issue, fam.
Our defending, though.
That's our issue. And to be honest,
though.
we didn't have our keeper and our
defense.
same
we didn't have our
defense
defense then as well. The defense
didn't have them,
was still injured in that.
Southampton play high line, bro. They attack.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
they're always on the front.
I get what you're saying, Sean. I understand.
I think Southampton's in this. They're on 26 points as well. I think up to the top 9 is down to 26 points. I think Southampton's in this race as well right now. You know, because
how many points Liverpool got? How many points Liverpool got? 33.
33, I think.
Yeah.
It's so tight.
So, bro, between the first place to the 9th place, there's literally 7 points in it, and Southampton's in there, bro. And I think the way that they're playing, and they're even playing without Ings, and they're still looking.
Now he's back now, isn't he?
Good. They're not conceding.
I think he's back. No, he's back.
Yeah,
He's back now. Is he back now? Yeah, because he didn't play the last game. So, yeah, but
I'm sure he's back for the next one.
Southampton's in it, man. They're in it. They're playing well. So
one last thing then, because obviously, elephant in the room, obviously, is Frank Lampard, isn't it? So,
why you calling him an elephant for? What's up with all these memes about him being fat as well? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
No, fam, the fat Frank. I don't get this fat Frank joke. Like,
yeah, I think that's the.
It's so silly, fam. He played like during his career. He played over 700 Premier League games, and he's running. He's covering more ground than most people in most games. Yeah, people are calling him fat. Like,
no,
I've never seen.
He's not.
It's just stupid alliteration, bro. Like, I've never seen people saying fat Rooney, bro. Like, Rooney's like 4 times the size of him. Or was he hedge? Like,
he's never been in shape, bro. Rooney's never been in shape.
Yeah, like
but what
look at Luke Shaw. Anyway, go on.
What I'm saying is, in regards to like obviously results, in it, it's a results business, and obviously Frank's been given quite a heavy amount for this previous summer that's gone past. So, no, how much did you guys spend this summer?
Yeah, and how much did you not spend over the last 2 years?
Yeah, but I'm talking about Chelsea.
But what?
I'm talking about Chelsea.
But what?
In comparison,
look at Hogan's face.
You can't deviate, Junior.
Yeah, you can't deviate, bro.
You can't deviate.
Listen, I'm going to say, I know what Sean's getting at, and I'm about to answer that. But what I'm saying is, if you want to add up the amount Man United spent, even just last summer was what? Maguire and what's his name? Maguire and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. That was 130 million, bro. People are saying Lampard spent 200 million. That's 70 million off. Adding Fernandes and Donny van der Beek, you already pushed past that. And that's excluding Daniel James and all the other Man United have bought, bruv. So let's be careful, bruv, for what we have to say.
What I'm saying,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
and if Lampard don't go his way, you know what Chelsea Football Club will do. He'll get sacked, fam. So there's not much more to say about that, fam. Like,
I don't know,
because you got to look at it from...
You think they won't sack him, Dills?
I don't know, bro.
They'll sack him, bro.
That guy won Champions League.
Champions
League, fam. And he went missing at Christmas, fam. Like Santa Claus.
If we had another manager in place right now, with the money that we spent in summer and the way that we're playing right now, I think there would have already been talks of this manager's been interested in Chelsea, and Chelsea has spoke to this person, Chelsea spoke to...
They're already talking about Tuchel. They're already talking about Tuchel, bro.
Already.
Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Still, Lamps at the moment.
No, but we're still in it. That's the thing. At the moment, we're still in it. As you said, it's so tight. But fam, if he takes another 3 or 4 L's, bruv, his job is on the line, bruv. And if you don't believe that, fam, you're missing the fam. You've been here long enough to see how the guy got missing at Chelsea, bruv.
You know how I feel about this Lamps thing, didn't it? You know how I feel about
obviously,
so,
you know how
to be honest with you,
well,
that wouldn't even really be an issue to me. You get me? But
Tuchel came in. What I'm saying is,
I don't know, bro.
That wouldn't be too bad. But hey, we are where we are, bro. We are where we are, bro.
We're committing. All right.
Would you listen? This is what I say about people. Yeah, I'm not like, and this is why the Chelsea hierarchy comes into things. I think while at Man United they've given Oli time, and at Arsenal, let's be realistic. If Arteta was at Chelsea, he would have been gone about 2 months ago, bro.
Yeah.
But while these other people give time, I don't have to. Although the Chelsea board may do some dumb things at some signings sometimes, in terms of getting rid of managers, these men are on the job of jobs.
Don't waste no
time, bro. No time, bro. Who you see is next man in the dugout, bro. But there's always someone looking to take the job, bro. So if it comes to a point where Lampard's not performing, then man, I know Roman and he's got his little friends to do them Russian calculations, bro, to top 4 and the probabilities of that, bro. That's already been done in the background, bro. As soon as it gets to that one point where it's almost too far off, he's gone, bro. So I don't even need to say anything about that. His job is not secure, bro. No one's job is ever secure at Chelsea.
As long as he can, if we get Europa, if we finish 6th or 7th,
Europa's not saving him. Europa's not saving him, cuz.
Let me land. If we get Europa, I'm telling you now, this is what will happen. I don't think he'll get sacked at the end of the season. Wait.
Oh,
Wait. This is what Chelsea always does. He will get a little bit of next season, and if he doesn't start the season well, he'll be gone. That's what they done with Di Matteo. That's what they done with Di Matteo.
Di Matteo won the Champions League.
That's what they done.
Di Matteo won the Champions League and the FA Cup.
That's what they do. That's what they do. That's what we do.
Nah, look at
fam. If it comes to time and he hasn't got Europa, he's gone. He spent 200 million after getting Champions League last year. How are you going to go down further?
I had no money last year.
I think if you're heading into May and it's looking a bit Europa-ish or Europa-esque,
he's gone, bruv.
I think
he's gone, fam.
Lampard had no money last year, bro. He got into the Champions League with no.
I would love that, bro.
Are you going to spend 200 million and go to Europa?
Exactly. They'll sack him, bro.
That's a fat hell, bro.
Yeah.
To be honest, though, last season was more. It wasn't.
We still did it
because we lost 10 games last season or 9 games.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't disagree, but
it was more other teams' results that kind of
But that happens in every competition, bro. End of the day, if he doesn't get Champions League, he's gone, fam.
Yeah.
The only way he could keep his job would be. In fact, no, he'd need to win it, bro. Even then he would get Champions League from that. But now
Roman Abramovich, he don't see Europa, bro.
We'll make top 4 anyway. We'll make top 4.
Yeah, I think we will as well.
We'll make top 4.
I think we will as well.
I'm confident we'll make top 4. I'm not even worried.
I think we will as well. But my whole point is,
we done it last season with a dead team.
Don't worry. Hey,
we're better attacking.
It's the commitment, bro.
Fernandes and Rashford can't last the whole season. We know they can't, bro. And when they get that injury. And when they get that injury, when it's game time, bro, that's it for you, man, fam. Start playing Donny van the bench, bro. Donny van the bench, bro.
Donny van the bench, you know.
Donny on the bench, bro.
Yeah. We'll make top 4.
I'm not going to lie. I don't understand what's going on with that, Don. Sorry to change topic.
Who?
Van the Beek, bro.
Listen.
Yeah.
The theory is, that guy was a Poch signing, bro.
Man said Poch.
Poch.
How's man going to sign a job? How's man going to go to PSG? And then they're going to say, so he's going to go to PSG now? Like, fam.
That guy was a Poch signing. Because when you look at it, why is Oli not playing him? It's like he was never on Oli's rig. It's like that time when Shevchenko joined Chelsea, when you referenced Shevchenko.
But we knew. Let's be real. People knew that was Abramovich, bro. Them man was speaking Russian to each other, bro. Them man was speaking Russian to each other. That's different.
The thing is, like obviously, I want to see Donny get in the team. He's a good player, very tidy, good transitional player. But man, I just think he's. Listen, listen. This is conspiracy theory out here, bro. I think he was a Poch signing. They was expecting Man United to lose them games. They were going to sack him. Poch was lined up. Poch was lined up. Yeah? All of a sudden,
after that,
Oli went straight. Did that judge?
I got a question for you. So I'm looking at this now, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, so, and this is my main thing about Donny van de Beek, which is a bit liberty, but it's why it's so peak. So remember at the start of the season, obviously it was Pogba and Fernandes, right? Man's have dropped Pogba out the team. No, no? Didn't he play versus Palace?
I think so.
Pogba and Fernandes, they played versus Palace, right? Okay. Yeah, right? So, and versus Tottenham, Pogba must have played because did he give away the penalty? He gave away a penalty.
Yeah.
So my question
is
he
did. Wait, against Tottenham?
I'm sure he gave away a penalty with his hand or something. He took someone out. I'm sure he gave away a penalty.
Okay, I just remember Maguire, Drake's in Luke Shaw, bro.
Yeah, okay, let's do Man U Spurs. I will Google it out of the book. But my question is this. So, after all of that, they've dropped Thingy out of the team, Pogba. But how's there still no room for you, bro? Like, isn't that a big message? Like, they've dropped Pogba out of the team, but there's still no room for you, bro. Like, that's bad.
Do you know what though? Like,
Pogba did start. Pogba did start lineups. Yeah,
Pogba did start.
Tottenham. It says it here. Pogba started.
All right. Let me say this as a United fan, obviously.
I know you don't care because you're winning.
Yeah, no, but with Donny, and what you just made a good point in it, because I think that Solskjaer sees him as a 10 in it. He sees him strictly as a number 10, when really, like, for those who've been watching Donny for the last 3 years, Donny is more of an 8. he's actually versatile. He's an Ajax Academy youth, bro. He can play.
He's very versatile. He's very versatile. Yeah.
But I as a fan would class him more as an 8 than a 10. But for some reason, he sees him as if Bruno's not there, Donny will play 10. And I think that's why Donny's not getting in the team, because when Pogba's not there, he goes to Fred and McTominay, to play the double pivot.
The more sitting kind of in it,
the double pivot. He doesn't seem to want Donny to play there, where it will look like that's Donny's more comfortable playing there than an actual 10-10. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he there's many different things in it. Once again, we're speaking about the physicality of the Prem. I think he just trusts having McTominay and Fred or Pogba and Matic rather than Donny and Fred together or something. But I don't know. I would have thought
Bruno was more lightweight than him. I know they play different. Bruno's like obviously a further forward. I would have thought Bruno's more lightweight than him. He seems a bit not like he's obviously like I don't know SCN or anything like that, but he seems like he can handle himself and he's tidy, he's neat, bro. He keeps it moving. Man. He looks like a really good footballer, bro. But okay, I've got one more question, and then we're gonna just move on to start something. So, and I've seen this for years, and I've always wanted to ask a Man United fan this, so I'm gonna put you on the spot. What is this McSauce about, bro? Like I get it, like Merc, and I get like they say it's saucy because he's got spice or something, but I don't get the sauce. Why have they put sauce on his name, fam? He's so pale.
Do you know what? I think where the sauce came from, because obviously this is a Twitter thing, isn't it? I think if I recall, and I could be wrong, so United fans comment below, it's when he was on that bit of form and then he scored
banging goals.
City. You know, last season. Was it last season?
It might have been Carabao. Was it Carabao?
Just before the first lockdown. Just before in February, I think it was, Man United beat City. And he scored like that sort of long range, like the keeper made a mistake and he scored into the open goal. And then all of a sudden, there's this whole Max. I don't know. Someone said saucy, starts trending Max sauce, and that's where it came from.
God. Oh my God. Right.
I think he's alright though. I think he's not bad.
No,
still.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
I like him still. Yeah,
I agree. I think he's alright. I think he's handy, but sauce, I'm a bit.
You're talking about McTominay.
Yeah, the name McSauce.
Right.
They might need to go to the back to the drawing board with that name, bro. McSauce is a bit. I don't know, bro. I think they really took it too far there. All right. So on to our next segment, start sub-sell. So we mixed up this week. You know, we've had some in the past which have been like, you know, number 10s or exceptional footballers. We're gonna go to the goalkeepers now. So start sub-sell. This is gonna be a tough one. Ramsdale, Pickford, and Areola. So I know I can see your face, Silent K. So we're gonna start with you.
Yeah, literally.
so go on. Let's you have to do something. Hey, listen, you're about to get relegated, bro. If you don't sort out your goalkeeper, bro. So bunch, you need to, bro. You need to pick who's starting, who's on your bench, and who's transfer listed. By the way, let's be realistic. With these kind of names on transfer list, you're probably gonna have to just let them go to free and cancel their contract because no one wants to buy any of them. Yeah, but let's just go with it.
No, I think this is quite an easy one as I'm thinking about it. You got to go start with Pickford then you got
okay. Yeah, exactly. It's not easy, bro.
I'll go on the sub. I'll go Areola. He's the one that came from PSG.
yeah.
And then Ramsgate. That's bro.
Ramsdale, bro.
Whatever his name is, bro. Man, I said that's get out of the training ground, bro.
All right. Those.
Do you know what? I'd start Areola. You know. I'd start Areola still. Pickford, I just feel like Pickford has a goal in him every game. Everton could even be playing well, pressing well, not really facing no shots. Bruv, they get one little moment and my man's just not switched on, blood. And then Everton will concede, bruv. And I just think, fam, you ain't done nothing all game. You've been watching the whole game. Where's that loss of concentration come from, blood?
Bare arrogant as well, bruv.
Fam. So I'd probably put him on my bench and then, Ramsdale would just get shotted, man. Do you know what I'm trying to say? With Fulham, I feel like Fulham get peppered. But I see Areola making some saves, man. Make some saves, but it's just Fulham just get peppered. There's only so so much you can do, man. Like when shots are coming at you from all angles.
No protection in that. No protection.
All right, Bells.
I'm gonna go. I'll keep Pickford, start him in goal, because I think that he does have moments of madness.
What you keep it? To be fair, you've got good reason to say that. Actually,
I know. After what he done to BVD, boy. After what he done to
that's why I was a bit wrong, and then I thought
that was an M charge, bro.
Yeah, but I think he's got moment of madness. But I do think Pickford, there's a good keeper in there. If you look at some of the saves he pulls off,
good goalkeeper.
I think there's a good keeper in there. I don't know how you get that keeper out. That safe combination, I don't know. I don't know what that code is. To get him out and keep it consistent. But I do think ability-wise, he's definitely the best out of those three keepers. What we doing with the next one? Bench, he said.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Ramsdale. You know,
Ross.
I'm gonna go Ramsdale. I think you can't put down their shocking results to him. Like Sheffield United are just bad. They're just bad. For them to keep things ticking over, who's the guy they bring off the bench? The fair skinned guy with the shaved head.
McGoldrick.
They're bringing him off to try and.
I mean, he's dead, bro.
Add some sort of Ribena to the water. I don't know what's going on.
Gasparilla in that.
Yeah,
I know he scored goals against Chelsea, but he's dead, bro.
If it's not him, it's McBurney up front.
What's his name?
Brewster's gone there. Brewster knows that he's gone there. He's got 1 foot back in the championship. He knows that.
Yeah.
1 foot back in the championship. These guys straight back.
Brewster.
Brian Brewster.
He's got 1 foot in the championship.
Oh, he's
still.
He looked good against United, though. But when he came against United, I think he looked decent when he came against United.
He wants to go back. And that's exactly where he's heading. So Ramsdale, I think Ramsdale's not a bad keeper.
Okay, so you're selling Areola. Okay.
I'll say Areola.
I think that Kelleher, you know, Liverpool, you know, you lot second keeper, cuz I think he's better than Pickford, but I think he's better.
No.
I don't know.
He's not the second keeper. He's not the second keeper's Adrian.
Oh yeah, shame. Well, I feel like Adrian's been pushed down now.
Kelleher's second keeper now, bro.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
What should you see next week?
You'll see.
All right. So I'm gonna have to go with Dills here. I'm gonna put it. In fact, you know what? Wait, Dills, who did you start? Areola?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm probably gonna start.
I said Fulham get peppered in it. That doesn't help his case.
I'm gonna have to disagree so strongly with Bell's choices. I'm sorry. I know everyone has the options, but bruv, you got two goalkeepers who they can barely catch properly, bruv. Like Ramsdale, bruv. It's like everything that goes through. It's like he's got latex on his gloves, bruv. Like the ball comes, it just fam. It's like Pickford who hold on to the ball for too long and then he'll do something silly, then he'll smile about it. I'm like, if I was Everton, I want to punch him in his face, bruv. He's always smiling, fam. And I'm like, big man, you just almost cost us a goal. Why are you smiling? And I remember a few seasons ago when you lot played them in the derby and they got to the 90-something minute, and this fool, instead of tipping the ball over, did some nonsense and Origi headed it in. I wanted to bang him in his face, bro.
And that was a major turning point for Liverpool.
That was a big, because Liverpool, that game, it was over, bro. So for me, I know what he's done for the league, injuring VVD. God bless him, kind of. But in terms of that Ramsdale.
Even that's rash blood. I mean, imagine VAR looked at that and then said, "No, that's a red card."
VAR didn't look at it. I don't know what VAR was doing. That's a pen and a red card, bro. That's a pen
and a red
card.
No, they said it was an offside, weren't it? That's why they didn't call it. It was something to do with offside. They said something was.
I'm sorry. No, Dwayne. I'm sorry. Listen, let me tell you something. Okay, even if
bro, listen,
it's still a red card. It's still a red card. If you do it to anyone anywhere, fam, it's like saying, "Oh, what do you call it? Game stop playing, but someone's broken someone's leg, bro. Like that's a red card, bro."
Yeah.
What he did was shocking.
Gave him the whole Hogan leg drop on his knee.
Everything about it was bad. Everything about it was awful, bro. It was a shocking challenge.
Lost control, reckless, just.
Bro, it doesn't make any sense.
Wait, can I do my picks again? Can I do my picks again?
England number one.
Backtracking.
Can I backtrack? Can I move backwards?
Rick and Morty in that. What's going on?
Ramsdale, bro. He's so bad. I'm not surprised Bournemouth got relegated. To be fair, it wasn't that bad before, but this season, I've been watching this guy, and it's shocking.
That's what I'm saying. I've seen him, and he's looked all right before. He's looked like a half decent keeper.
I know, but this year he looks awful. He looks so bad.
Yeah, like, but that whole Sheffield United team is awful. The thing is, last season they had a formula. Last season they had a formula that worked, innit? You know, sometimes with a team with a season they have a formula that works, but it only works for that season. Then the next season you kind of get found out.
Get found out.
You get found out, and it just doesn't work no more.
You say they've been found out, but a few things. The only things that really changed are 1, the fans, 2, the goalkeeper, and that's kind of it, to be honest.
Yeah, but last season, you know, they probably overachieved last season.
Fam, they've got 2 points.
You can't overachieve.
And they came. When did they go last season? 7th. They come 7th, right? Fam, they've got 2 points. At this rate, if you double that, 32 games, they've got 4 points to come 32 games. I remember the Premier League record, I think it's Derby on 11, bruv. They're looking like they might beat that, bruv. 2 points, fam. No wins, bruv. And I'm not going to lie.
I feel like as well, like, obviously, where they've taken a step up from the Championship to the Prem, the first season, okay, then cool. It's the first season, like, they've got a new lease of life. Oh, we're in the Prem. They give it their all. Bro, the Premiership is demanding, you know. It's not as much games as the Championship, but the intensity is way different. And the style of football that they play with the 2 centre-backs bombing forward and the wing-backs bombing forward and the sitting back, and bro, you can only really maintain that for so long. And if you don't bring in proper personnel that can kind of keep that energy up, keep that flow up, bro, you can't do that for years on years on. You have to be a certain type of player to have that kind of. And I just feel like now,
like you said, Junior, they didn't improve the team. I don't think they really improved the team.
I agree.
You know, I mean, that season, that team's not running it season after season. You know,
there was no pre-season like that. So
I agree with everything you've said, but I'll ask 2 questions. Number 1, you have to look at it from this point of view, like, bro, they're not scoring and they're just conceding bare goals, bro. So what has changed so badly that they're just taking so many L's, bro? Like,
but the thing is,
you know, sometimes Norwich last season, they were letting in lots of goals, but they were banging goals, bro. Like, even Leeds, they were still banging goals, bro. Like, at the moment, it looks like they've got nothing good going for them at all.
Right, so that's the problem, and that's why the pressure's on the keeper. Remember, if you're scoring goals, the ball's not at your end of the pitch. The keeper's not seeing that ball if you're scoring, When you're not scoring, then literally you must be defending. You can't be playing out stalemates every game. You understand? The quality in the Prem's too good. This ain't Championship. You're playing a better caliber of player.
But even,
the levels are higher.
Last thing I'm going to say on this is that at least even when I watch Fulham play football, Fulham, they seem effective because they can actually fizz the ball about. It just looks mundane with Sheffield, bro. I don't even know. It just looks dry, bro. The ball's moving.
It looks slow. Like, you know what it looks like?
The players all look the same. Like,
dry, bro. It looks like a bunch of ex-professionals that are just over the hill now.
Last season,
and they just tried to reform the team. And it's just poor now. It's just like, you man are not ready for this league no more, but they don't want to let go. Like,
team of misfits, isn't it? Just
them man are getting relegated. I'm gonna say this from now. You heard me from now. If that man survive, listen. If that man survive, if that man survive,
you gotta look at their players, and some of them man don't even look like footballers, blood. Like,
bro,
they just don't even look like a football team.
And I think, to be fair, that might be what happened. So they didn't look like footballers last year. Everyone took them for granted, bro. And because of that, we only got 1 point from them last season. To be fair, they got a point at
we just about beat them. We just about beat them.
We lost 3-0 to them. They're poor, fam. So what I'm saying is, boy, let's see what happens with them. But all I'm saying is, for now, for me, that team is going straight to the Championship, bruv.
So,
I don't know if they want to wait to sack Chris Wilder.
Who's getting relegated then at the moment? Who's getting relegated at the moment?
If they survive, Wilder is manager of the season.
That's what I was going to say. They need to give him that wood that they gave Klopp. They need to give him that wood that they gave Klopp.
Yeah. He needs that statue.
More than a statue, bro. He needs a knighthood, fam. They're going to stay up. They've got 2 points. They've got 2 points in January, bro.
In January.
Nah, fam. I'm sorry. 16 games, 2 points, bro. Fam,
how many goals? Climbing Everest.
Well, who's going down then? Who do you reckon?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'll go United.
United.
Nah. Do you know why they're getting relegated? Do you know how they get relegated? Because their goal difference is -19. They've scored 8 goals in 16 games, bro.
Bro, they've lost.
Yeah, so they're basically just gonna have to go on a wild run.
That's why they've got 2 points. That's why they've got 2 points.
Games. They've got no wins this season, bro.
Listen, their thing looks like traffic lights, bro. That don't say go, bro. They're form, fam. I'm just looking at bare L's, bro.
They looked worse than Derby that year. When Derby
got a win. Derby got a win that season. They beat Newcastle. I think it was what's the name of that? Was it Kenny Miller, the bald guy? He scored a goal, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, famous last words. Who knows? They might come and beat us, Chelsea, when we go up there. But
listen,
if they beat us, Lampard needs to lose his job, bro. I'll say that from now, fam. But anyway,
you know Chelsea love a first for everything, bro. Chelsea love a first goal in this first 3 points.
We can't afford that, bro. We can't afford for that to happen, bro. That's the one thing we can't let happen this season, bro. I'd lose any other team.
Sheffield United definitely gone.
How are they gonna get out of this, bro?
Yeah, no, it's impossible. Their goal difference is so bad. They're gonna have to go on a wild winning streak. And come on,
you know what? I think
Bernie, Brewster. Look at the players they've got. Who are you looking at to say?
Yeah, no,
that's the guy that can pick them up.
I think the bottom 3 now are the bottom 3 that's going down.
You think? I'm pretty close to agreeing with you, but I'd say 2 things. One, West Brom, bro. Yeah, bro.
I was about to say that.
Bro.
Big Sam as well, man.
Allardyce.
It's Big Sam in that 4-4-2, man.
Never been relegated, you know? Never.
Fam, but this is the COVID year, bro. This is the year of COVID, so it might be the first time for everything, fam.
Yeah. But, you know what? Hold on. Speaking on that, yeah. You know, I think he's clocked this the first time. You hear him backing out now. I don't want to catch COVID. Man, need to cool off the league, blood.
Yeah. We need a circuit breaker. He wasn't about players, bro. He wants to get some players in quick.
Job, you know.
Man's gonna bring a Stelios, bro. Gonna bring a Stelios. What's the name of the other done they had, bro, up front? Was it Nolan? Kevin Nolan, and there was another
Kevin Nolan, midfielder.
Yeah. Somebody had that used to win all the headers, bro. And he had one.
Kevin Davies,
bro. That's it. Looking like the Don from Crash Bandicoot, bro.
He'll call up JJ if he had his way, bro.
Yeah.
A Kocha returning, blood.
And Fulham,
JJ Okocha is the only skillful player Bolton have ever seen on their pitches, boy.
I think Fulham's picked up a bit of form, though. Okay, when I say form, I mean they've got some draws, bruv. During Liverpool, there was another game I saw them play, and I was like, oh, you know what, Fulham's doing all right here, you know.
They played very well against us.
Yeah, I think Fulham's... But again, I think with Fulham, I'd say Fulham and Brighton, it's like they just don't score the goals at the right time sometimes. So that kind of causes them an issue. And I think Burnley's got enough to stay up. Go on.
Fulham, Brighton, it's a tough one. Fulham, Brighton, West Brom, they've all got they've got good young players though. Like they're all kind of lively. They're not, but what you said about that firepower, they're lacking. All 3 of them lack. Well, Fulham's
got quality in it. It's the quality.
Fulham just missed penalties.
Yeah, but they got who he can hit form, but but when you look at all of them, they've got bare young players, bare energy, running around. They just lack that quality, that experience.
I think they lack players with real Prem experience as well.
Yeah,
you know, that's what they're lacking, man.
Because I'm
players
saying
who know how to, like when the game's going too manic, players that know how to maybe hold the ball, sit on the ball, calm the game down a bit. Because a lot of it, when you watch Fulham, it's a lot of it's like headless chicken kind of football.
No, it is, rabbit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Championship-esque, innit?
And you know what? They play similar to Leeds, but Leeds is kind of more controlled. It's more like they know what they're doing, more intent, you know. There's a lot more thinking behind it. There's an actual method rather than everybody bombing on, just attacking.
What's the name of that big don they got, Fulham?
Kamara.
Oh, Lord.
Not the one.
Kamara.
I can find one, bro. You know what
it is though, I feel like when you look at Fulham, West Brom, Brighton, when you look at these teams, they don't look like Premiership teams. They look like Championship teams, and that's what I feel like.
You haven't played them. Don't jinx it.
He's right though.
And I think Brighton got vim though. Brighton played.
Yeah, Brighton are not bad.
They moved the ball.
Brighton played
Brighton
football.
got real vim, bro.
Brighton had a forward.
They just don't finish, bro. Brighton just don't finish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It looks good on the eyes,
Hurting
but
teams,
realistically, they're not doing nothing because they're not scoring goals. They're not really. It looks good
It's
on
the
the
scoring
eye,
goals.
but
I agree. They're not scoring goals, but that's because they keep missing, fam. Like they get
Yeah.
against us first game of the season.
They
fam, they were
create.
all over us.
Yeah, they create.
They're all over Man
chances.
United as well, bruv. They're all over Man United as well.
should've-
They're all over Liverpool, bruv.
Yeah,
Man
they
United escaped that stadium with that VAR, bruv.
the quality, bro. Like you look at some of these
the quality,
teams.
yeah.
These teams are the whipping boys. Like teams are looking at these teams like, bro, these are the results we're gonna win here, and I think that's a problem as well. Like that's a problem as well. Teams are looking at these guys like whipping boys.
I don't know. I think Brighton is
Look at
one
Brighton
good
as whipping
strike away from being a potential problem.
Yeah, they
All
are,
these
but they won't
teams.
get that. They won't get
But
that.
they won't. Yeah, they probably won't get him. They got Welbeck. Although Welbeck looks a bit handy for them, you know.
Him just got overhead kick or something.
I think Brighton just play a little bit better than Fulham and West Brom. They've got a little bit about them. Like I don't know if it's experience. I don't know if it's what, but they just got a little bit about them that I feel that will get them over that edge to not get relegated.
Tell you what though,
I look at Fulham, West Brom, and Sheffield United, and I think,
I tell you what though, I swear I saw some stat the other day about Liverpool. Liverpool have only got
bottom six. Yeah.
Fulham, Brighton,
Newcastle, and West
We
Brom.
beat none of them.
All draws.
Just say it,
Them,
Sean.
bruv.
Just say it.
They beat none of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you know,
We beat
Yeah,
none
they
of
have
them.
them.
and that West Brom game, Liverpool played West Brom recently, innit?
yeah, it was the other day, yeah.
Was that Ajayi?
Yeah, Day when you got the equaliser.
Yeah, in that game, I was looking at West Brom and I was thinking to myself, that's when I thought Big Sam might start his team. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because I keep talking about this shoot, the one they took from West Ham. He's looking tricky, bro.
Oh, I've forgotten his name.
Yeah, I like him, you know.
Diangana.
Or Danga, whatever.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's these teams, they just need a killer up front and they could turn things around, but it's kind of hard to do that to find a goal scorer nowadays.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna move it on now. I'm gonna move it on to our prom. I'm just gonna move it on basically on straight reds.
All right.
And we'll do the window next time. So, all right. Let's start with Bells. You're straight red for this week.
I got mine.
Probably gonna give it to Liverpool, man, for dropping points again. It's poor. It's just
Everyone's dropping points.
no, but it's the teams are dropping points too. It's
Yeah,
really...
but Newcastle's tough though. I think Newcastle's a tough one. I think that's harsh. No, fam, they just come. Newcastle 27%. They just
not for Liverpool,
not for Liverpool. When you Liverpool not score against Newcastle, that is poor.
There was no in there.
That's terrible.
I think this is the first game of the season Liverpool ain't
No, but
scored,
that's Salah's fault, bro. That's Salah's fault.
It
I blame Salah for that.
It weren't even Newcastle's first team lineup as well. They were missing that Maxim guy as well. Suppose they had him.
Yeah, but he's probably a liability, bro, because he runs forward. That man would just sit behind the ball, bro. No, look, I agree with you. Like, you should have beaten some of these teams, but I think Newcastle, though, West Brom had a new manager bounce. So that's a different one. Fulham, that's an L, bro. But Newcastle, fam, them man, listen, them man just sit there to concede possession. Was it 27%? Them man have no interest, bro. They have no interest, bro.
No, but Newcastle didn't actually sit back like West Brom. They actually came.
No, I saw because they had some good chances as well. They had some good chances.
They played.
They attacked when they could.
They attacked when they could. I'm sorry for the failure to score, for making poor decisions in the final third consistently, for allowing West Brom after you're 1-0 up and didn't capitalise and score another goal which we desperately needed. You made West Brom. It was such a soft goal to give away as well.
Wasn't that
so soft?
What's his name's fault? That blink shoot. What's his name?
Curtis Jones, yeah.
Jones.
Just playing sloppy passes right in front of our area. It's poor. Liverpool, you get the straight red. You get the straight red for failing to capitalise when teams around us has consistently dropped points as well. How many occasions have we failed to capitalise? Countless.
No, yeah, but I think it's happened. You know, your opinion's your opinion. Fair enough. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. After that, I think it'll be interesting to ask Silent K, because obviously Man United's kind of flying at the moment. Not doing too well. Not giving too much credit. So, yeah. What are you saying? You just straight red this week?
Yeah. My straight red is to Leeds United's social media team. So I don't know if you guys saw, but yesterday they sent out a tweet, yesterday or the day before. they sent out a tweet about the Amazon Prime or the Amazon. I don't even know if she works for Amazon, but anyway, one of the reporters, Karen Carney, who basically said, and they took it out of context. She said one of the reasons Leeds got promoted, or what helped them to get promoted, was COVID-19 and having a break. And they took it out of context. So then the actual official Leeds United Twitter page retweeted what she said and literally put the question mark, like, so we only got promoted because of COVID, question mark. And it's like you literally set up the Legion, you set up your fans to abuse her. And you know what, everyone, you know what I mean? And no disrespect to Leeds United fans, but we know what you're about. Yeah. And it was just disgusting, bruv. It's disgusting.
Took her to the cleaners, yeah?
So I got a question about that then. So, but I know what you're saying in terms of, obviously they shouldn't have tweeted that, but let's put it this way. In their defense, maybe they just have someone stupid running their social media who did that, and they didn't do that intentionally. So isn't this really just a fan issue? Like, because at the end of the day, if someone says something, you'd assume that they should be able to have some discussion about it. I know how social media is, but isn't that more a social media issue? To be fair, from that point of view, then they should know what they're doing when they send something like that, because they know what the reaction is going to be.
Yeah, so, and what you're saying is you're asking a social question. Yeah, and that's a whole nother conversation in itself. But they know what they did. They know what they done. Do you know what I mean? They know exactly what they done. When they retweeted that, they were literally lining up their fans to cuss this.
No, definitely, I know what you mean.
Yeah, so
they've triggered them.
That's bad.
Yeah, so whoever I'm expecting. If I was her, I would expect an apology to come out, or probably hear something behind, or something should happen to the person or team who's running that social media page. There should be some disciplinary for that, because it's out of this the official page as well, bro.
I think going forward as well, then for her as well, she would have to kind of either watch what she's tweeting or be clear when she's tweeting.
No, she didn't tweet anything. They
making statements like that. When, to be fair, Leeds have been playing well, and Leeds was one of the teams that everyone kind of expected to come up from the Prem. So even me, myself, if I was a Leeds fan, my back would have kind of been up against that comment, because I'd have been thinking, what? You trying to say that COVID is the only, like, after we was badding up the championship before COVID?
It's a bit cheeky. It's a bit cheeky the way she said it. But to be fair, in the grand scheme of things, though, the break would have helped some teams. It would have disadvantaged some, but there's no way it couldn't have helped across all leagues. Like, let's be realistic.
Yeah.
You know,
lads, I'm just
it allows you to get your full team.
I've got someone knocking on my door. 1 minute.
Yeah.
It's recording.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. You know, I see where you're coming from. I think it's a delicate situation. I think offline, me and the guys were saying that obviously the issue with social media is one problem. The account's obviously another problem as well. But the one thing someone said it to me, if Gary Neville had said the same thing, the Leeds fans would have been onto his back as well, though.
Yeah.
If he even said the same thing.
100%.
So, yeah. So,
being a
there's a few ways
player,
to look.
it'll probably be even worse, because that Leeds Man United rivalry. So being a Manchester, but
yes,
my point is, like, I know she's a female presenter, we've got to be more sensitive, stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like, if that was a male kind of football presenter doing it, you'd kind of get the same response from social media.
But the thing is, she's female, but social media's unforgiving.
I hear that.
Very dangerous, bro. It doesn't disappear, bro.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, Sean, the official page, but you know nowadays how these companies and these businesses are.
The official pages don't ban
more involved with the public and get more involved in the banter and stuff like that. You know, sometimes you get like Uber chucking out cheeky tweets and stuff like that.
You should see Tesco mobile, bro.
You know,
like,
Tesco. Funny, you know, so I guess it's this new social media wave, innit? Like, it's just.
All right. So, and we're gonna get onto my straight red now. And as you can see, my straight red, I'm not even sure if I should give it to Christensen or I should give it to Lampard. But
Hold on.
They might have to share it.
Has he been playing recently?
And that's the problem, fam. He's been playing, fam. That's the problem in a nutshell, fam. And the other problem is, if you actually look at the last goal we conceded, he's not even in the picture, fam. Do you know why? Because he's on the floor holding his shin as usual, bro. Just like when we played Man United last season and Martial scored that header, this guy was all holding his head a few minutes before saying, my head hurts. How are you losing the header? You're 6'2". How are you losing the header to Martial, fam? All the time, fam. All the time,
has
this
to
guy's
be
on the floor
solid.
complaining, fam.
This has to be ready to go through a brick.
And I don't understand why Lampard doesn't play Tomori. Like, Tomori's not that tall, but he's good in the air, he's quick, he's strong, and he's not stupid, bruv. This guy's always complaining on the floor. Why are you on the floor? He's on the floor for so long as well because he got kicked in the shin. You're a big man, bruv. What are you, 25? 25, you're a big man. Hey, get out, man. So annoyed by that goal, man.
When I see Christensen on the sheet, I'm not gonna lie, I don't expect to win, and I expect it to be a long day for our defense. Long for our defense.
Look at him. It's just so hard. Oh, anyway.
Even look at him there. Look at him there. Look at him in the background. Look what he's doing. Get the cup and get back in the game. The game is playing on. The game is. He was
down for a good. He was down for like a minute and a half, bruv. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's a bit of an L for on Villa's side as well. Because I remember when they played Leeds last season. When Leeds scored that goal, I think one of their players was down. Leeds scored a goal. They let Villa run all the way up the other pitch and bag, bruv. I remember Leeds let them to balance it out. No, was it Villa? No, I think it was. I think it was Leeds Villa.
I can't remember if it was Villa, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I remember that game though.
Yeah.
When they
so I'm a bit like, it's a bit cheeky on their part, to be honest. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. This guy needs to get up, fam, and he needs to leave, bruv. I said it since the Liverpool game when he pulled Mane down. He's just dumb. Like, if you're gonna pull someone down, at least be a bit creative, like be a bit sly about it. You know when we played Barcelona,
it was all over Mane.
And Carvalho pulled back. What's it called, Valdez? Yeah, be a bit smart about it, bro. Don't if you want to pull someone down, bear hug, bro. What are you doing?
You bear hugged it. Last man, and you're going to put your arms around him.
He tried to secure a wine for Mane. He thought it was that carnival. He tried to secure a wine. It was mad.
I said to myself, I don't expect to see Christensen again.
You shouldn't see him again, bro. He needs to go on loan and just get sold, bro. He just needs to go on loan and get sold.
Still made it to Villa.
He's shocking, bro.
But what I don't understand is like, what I don't understand is if you're not going to play Tomori, why not? Why did you not loan him out to Everton then when Everton won him? Why did you not loan him out? If you're not going to play Rudiger, why do you not just shot him then? If you're not going to play Hudson-Odoi, why not just shot him for 80 million and go and buy someone that you're going to play then, innit? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm not.
It's
your straight.
The Hudson-Odoi one. I see where you're coming from, but he started to play a bit. The Rudiger, I know there's obviously been some issues, but this guy, fam, I think he's a different kettle of fish, bro. Because at least with them, man, they can still provide something to the club. This guy right here, nah. When he plays, fam, even though it may not necessarily be down to him when things go wrong, he's always involved, bruv. He's always involved. He's an L, bruv. Sorry, Frank. You're taking this L for him, fam. Playing him, bruv.
I'm not gonna lie.
See him in trade every day, bruv.
Rudiger's needed in Liverpool. I'm not gonna lie. You're not using
Rudiger. He's not.
Send him, fam. Send Rudiger, bruv. We can do with him.
I rate Rudiger.
Rudiger, bruv. I told you, Rudiger. Rudiger's been in trouble for me from 2 matches last season, bruv. That West Ham game, I'll never forget what he did that West Ham game. I'll never forget that.
When he kicked out for a corner.
There was no danger, and he kicked out. Yeah, there was no danger. He kicked the ball out for a corner, bro. And then they scored. And the second goal at the end of the match, isn't it? Oh my God. Man let him, who was it again? Yarmolenko. Man let him cut in on his left foot. And then that FA Cup final when he got nutmegged by Bellerin. Nah, fam.
But he was coming back from the ACL then,
So that means you should dive in and get nutmegged by right back.
Yeah, but you got to get that.
No.
Dills is trying to
do you know what else?
I'm being a defender here still.
Do you know what I just realised? You know that goal we conceded, in that FA Cup final? Was Christensen not on the floor for that goal as well? I think he challenges Bellerin and he's still down.
He's always on the floor, bro.
Oh my Lord, if I watch this replay in a minute and this guy's still down, I swear to God. Oh my.
But what I don't understand is when it comes to players that Lamps will look to get rid of, Christensen's name's not there as one of the centre backs.
I'm hearing now he is.
Oh, now. But at the start of the season, he said Rudiger could go, Zuma could go, and I was like, what? Where's Christensen?
When I saw the Zuma thing, I sent him an Insta message. I DM'd him, bruv. I said, big man, listen, there's some things you don't do in football, bruv. This is your moment, bruv. Don't make the mistake, bruv. I said to him, I know he didn't read it, but I said, big man, don't make the mistake because if you leave us with just what's it called? Thiago and Giston. We're gonna get breached, bro.
Silva, hey.
We'll get breached, bro. Like, because this he's a liability. All right, then. All right, people. That was another episode of Straight Red. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, send it to your friends, send it to your family. It's Christmas.
Jeez.
Well, Christmas is gone. It's going to be New Year's. Send it to your auntie in Ghana or Africa or wherever they are, Jamaica.
Support.
We don't care, bro. We need to subscribe.
man.
So send it out. Just send it out. All right. Peace, people.
Happy New Year, everyone, man.
Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year.
That too.